What's up, beautiful people? Today it's time for a new tutorial and I'm going to be showing you guys the Genevieve romper by Retro Sparkle Design. So go ahead and subscribe to our channel, if I can talk correctly, and hit that notification bell so that anytime we post a new video, which will be every day this month, YouTube will notify you. Check us out on social media. Alright, let's get down to the nitty-gritty stuff. What you're going to need. You're going to need the pattern. We're going to link it down below as we do with every video. You're going to need a yard of your favorite knit fabric. I'm using crushed velvet spandex. Alright, so here's what you need. You'll need 2 of these cut on a fold. And then you'll need 2 sets of these cut mirrored images. Yeah, that's pretty much all you need. And then you need 4 of these cut. Alright, so here's my pieces. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total pieces, because these are 4 separate pieces here. Mirrored images, and then 4 of your strap pieces here. Alright, so let's get these put together. So of course we're going to sew this right here. I'm going to serge it with my serger. So this is what it looks like done. Open this up. This is the side pieces here. Sorry, not the side pieces. This is the front and the back. The side pieces are the ones with the seams. And so I'm going to show you guys how to lay it out so that you know exactly where your pieces are. So I've got my front and my back like this, and my side pieces I'm laying out like this. Alright. And so now you're going to match these points up. Just going to lay that on there and serge it here. Serge that edge there, and then same thing here. Flip that over, lay it down, and then serge that edge. And if you don't have a serger, you can use a sewing machine, zigzag stitch, or your favorite stretch stitch. So that's what it looks like. And then we're going to do the same thing again with the back piece or the front piece, whichever one you didn't do the first time. And then line your last raw edges up. And then after this step, when you serge these edges, it should be a circle or a loop with no raw edge. Alright, so now you're going to hem it on the top and the bottom. I think I did a 1/2 inch hem allowance. I think that's what the pattern calls for. So I'm going to go do that on my cover stitch super fast. I wish it really happened that fast. But that's what it looks like hemmed up. You can do that on a sewing machine too, or you could do a blind hem on a serger. That would work as well. Alright, so now we're going to do these straps. So you're going to do the entire edge and then one short edge like this. And I use this little cuticle thing that I just bought specifically for this purpose. It was just hanging around. They have actual tube turners or whatever they're called, tools for that, but this is just what I had laying around. So if you're like me and you want to find something you have laying around, this little thing works great. You may have one of these at your house. But I just push it kind of down. It was a little difficult to do this with the this fabric. It was a little bit difficult, but it worked. And so I'm just gonna turn all these. This part takes a little bit of time, but once you get these turned, it's super quick. And so just in case you didn't hear me, I did sew or serge the long edge and one short edge so that I could flip these out. Alright, so now we're going to add the straps. And so I'm just going to pin them to the front and the back seams here. I'm actually going to clip them. These are not pins, these are clips. And I'm just kind of making sure my seams on the straps are going the same way. It's just optional, like cosmetic things that you can do to make your garments look a little better. And then, of course, I do add my tag to the center back. One trick that I didn't show on camera for your tags, if you're like me, and you tag your stuff like you're supposed to, before you hem the garment and fold it down, I like baste stitch my tag on the serged edge, and then I flip it down so it doesn't move, and I don't have to worry about the tag moving when I'm top stitching it down. I do that on pretty much anything I need to top stitch down. All right, so once we got these hooked on there, or however you do it, pin or clip, you're going to use a sewing machine with a straight stitch to sew them on. You can use a cover stitch too. I just like to use my sewing machine because it has a back stitch. So I'm just going to lay this on here on the seam flat, and I'm going to sew along the bottom part here. I'm just going to sew and then like back stitch just enough to reinforce it so that it doesn't come apart here. And of course, clip your little tails. And then I'm going to do this other one here on the side, because remember you have 4 of these. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to top stitch the bottom. It's not really top stitching, I guess. But I'm just going to stitch this on. Trying to keep it in line with my cover stitch seams, but it's not extremely important. Again, just a cosmetic thing. And when I stitched it on the bottom, I didn't really like how it kind of pulled. So I'm going to go ahead and add an extra line of stitching closer to the top here, about an 1/8 inch away from the top. Just so that when this is on, it's not going to pull the straps away from the actual skirt. So that that top part won't fold at all or pop out potentially. This just holds the straps better in place, in my opinion, and it's just what I do as an extra step just to make this lay flat and nice and neat. And then, of course, repeat that step with the back straps. Again, if only I could actually move this fast. All right, I'm clipping all these little tails, and then there's a little piece at the very bottom of the straps that I'm snipping off. Be careful not to cut into your actual stitches because that would mess everything up. It would be easy fix to fix, but it's just something that you just have to do. Just cleaning up everything on those, lint rolling my board down. That's a good tip too, to keep your healing cut mat clean. Get a lint roller and roll that thing. This is what it looks like complete. I absolutely love this. This was honestly my first time creating this pattern, and I love it. It's super cute. My daughter loved it as well. The minute she saw this the next day, she claimed it as her own. So yeah, get to making tons of these. It's great for really any season. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and catch us tomorrow for our next tutorial. Bye!